Hi everyone, my name is Angela from Angela Stitches, and today's video is going to be a fabric dyeing video. So in this video, I'm going to show you how I made this piece of fabric yesterday, but I just want to mention that the audio is kind of hard to hear. There's a lot of other noises in the background, but you don't really need to hear what I say, I think. I think it's pretty self-explanatory if you just watch what I'm doing, but if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below and I'll try to explain it better there. So yeah, I hope you enjoy the video and I'll see you at the end. Hi everyone! So today I'm going to hand dye this piece of 32 count. This is 32 count by Zweigart. It's just a regular white fabric and I want to try something different. So what I'm planning on doing is, sorry about the noise, there's a lot of kids running around outside, but yeah, so what I'm gonna do is have like half or 2/3 of this to be like a coffee color, so I'm gonna use this, and then the other 1/3 of it I'm going to have it dyed green, and I don't have green writ dye right now, so I'm going to mix tea and a teal color that I have and try to make it a little bit of a greenish blue. So I'm planning on making this fabric because I'm working on a new cat design and I want like grass to be represented on the fabric itself, but so the cat is going to be white, so I don't want the white and the white fabric to be clashing. So I want the fabric to be a neutral color, but I want the bottom portion of it to be like grass. So I'm gonna try and make green with what I have and see if that works. So right now I'm just going to wet this fabric and start brewing my coffee and make that green dye with tea and the teal root dye that I have. So yeah, I'm going to wet this now. So this is my fabric and I have 2 beakers of hot water. I think this is a lot for what I'm trying to do, but I'm just gonna use it anyways, and I want to dilute the coffee, so I'm just gonna try with 1 here. And I'm just going to use chopsticks. And I like to keep napkins right next to when I'm hand dyeing my fabric, just to check the colors. So I'm just going to see if this is dark enough. I think I'm just gonna add the second one. So this is what it looks like, and I think this is okay. And if it's not dark enough, I can just go back and forth and add more coffee. So I'm just going to start with this. It's better to have it lighter and then make it darker later instead of going the other way. So I'm just gonna start with this one. And with this one, I'm going to bring my tea. So this is English breakfast tea. And since tea is a little bit reddish, if I add in the teal color, I feel like I could get green. So that's what I'm trying to do here. So I'm just gonna let this brew here for just a minute. And this is what I'm gonna use for the teal. Okay, so while this is brewing, I'm going to, well, I already got a little bit of coffee there. I don't know if you can see that, but I'm just going to, I want just 1/3 of this to be green on the bottom. So I'm just going to, I don't know, I guess I want some modeling too, that would be nice. So I'm just going to scrunch it up like this. I don't know if you could see that, but it was long this way, but I'm just going to scrunch it up this way. So I'm just going to add like a drop at a time to get what I want. Oh, that's way too much, but let's just see what that looks like. I'm going to add a little bit more. So if you look at it like this, it's already kind of like an olive color. So I'm going to add a little bit more teal to it. I'm just going to add another tea bag because I had so much water in here that is not strong enough to get any color. So just going to let this sit here for a little bit. Okay, so this is what I have right now. So this is the coffee and this is my green. And I wish the green was a little bit more darker, but I think I'm just gonna work with this. So I'm going to start dipping my fabric in directly into my two different dye colors. Let me just move this out of the way. So I'm going to start with the teal, or my green actually. And I can always go back and fix it since this isn't that strong, so it won't be too dark. And I think I broke one of the tea bags, so you can see like the tea in it. And then I'm going to put this in the coffee. And I'm just going to do this back and forth. So I don't want like a harsh line right here, so I'm just slowly working up towards like the two colors. So I had a little bit of white here, but now I'm just working on getting to that white and getting to the coffee portion. And I can get rid of the tea later when I wash it, so I'm not too worried about that. So you can kind of see it's getting darker at the edge. I think I want a little bit more green, so I'm just going to dip this in here for a little longer. Okay, so this is what it looks like right now. I didn't wash it or anything. So this is what it looks like right after. So I'm going to see if I could scrunch it up a little and make some cool modeling. And then I'm just going to put it in the oven for maybe half an hour or so. So this is what it looks like, and I'm just gonna put it in the oven. So I have to take it out from the oven because some parts were getting burnt. So I'm just going to see if I like the color or if I feel like I want to fix it. So this is what it looks like, and this, like the burnt parts, are a little too dark for my taste or for what I'm trying to do with this fabric. So I'm just going to lightly wash this and see if I could get rid of some of that. Or maybe the other side is okay. Let me just wash it. So this is what it looks like right now after the wash. So the darker areas got a little lighter, so I'm really happy about that. But I think I want the coffee portion, like this part, to be, oh, I got some dye on my fingers. But I want this to be a little bit more browner, I think, because once this is dry, it's gonna get lighter overall. So I want this to be a little bit darker. So I have my coffee still, so I'm just gonna dip this back into the coffee. So I'm back at the oven. So I'm just gonna put this back in for another maybe 20 minutes because I think 30 minutes was a little too long. So I'm just gonna put this in here a little less and I'll come back. So this is what it looks like after I took it out from the oven and I washed it. So yeah, I think I like this better than before. I think I'm happy with like how dark this is now, and it's gonna get lighter once I dry it and iron it out. So I think I'm really happy with what this looks like right now. So I'm just gonna keep this out here and go back home and iron it, and then I'll show you what this looks like. So this is what it looks like after I ironed it. So it did line up a little bit. So I'm glad that I did the second dipping with the coffee. So for the cat design that I'm working on right now, I think I talked about it a little bit yesterday, but for that I only need like 6 inches of this, so like this square. But I think this is a really good technique if you want to stitch a landscape or a sampler even. I think that's gonna look really cool with different colors maybe. But yeah, this was my first time trying dipping the fabric into 2 different colors to create a gradient, and I think it was pretty successful. So I haven't seen anyone do this. I guess I should have looked it up before, but I just had an idea and then I just decided to try it out. I was just experimenting and just hope that it'll work, and I think it worked out perfectly the way I wanted it to. So yeah, I think this was the side that was up in the oven, so it's a little bit darker. Yeah, there's a little bit more dark spots on this side. But yeah, so I'm really happy with how this turned out. I think I might try this again with brighter colors and get more earth dye when I can, because I've been using the same 3 colors for all of the dyeing so far, and I haven't finalized the colors yet for the design, but for now these are some of the colors that I'm planning on using for my next cat chart. I didn't want the fabric to be too bright because I was planning on using bright colors for the actual stitching, so for now I really like how this looks. So I'm going to work on this weekend, and hopefully I can share this with you next week and put it up on my Etsy shop. But yeah, I guess that's it. So please let me know if you have any questions or if there's anything that I wasn't clear about in the video. Feel free to leave it in the comments. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again in another video soon. Bye!